The Senate will come to order. Mr. Panetta, will you please call the roll?
Bridges. Buckner. Coleman. Cook. Coram. Danielson.
Morning.
Donovan. Finberg. Fields. Gardner. Janal. Gonzalez.
Excused.
Hanson. Heisey. Holbert. Hawkes Lewis. Kirkmeyer. Colker. Lee. Liston. Lundeen. Say it again, Lundeen. Right.
Absent.
Marino. Pedersen. Priola. Rankin. Rankin. Rodriguez. Scott. Simpson. Smallwood. Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg's excused.
He says excused.
Yeah.
Excused.
Story.
Here.
Winter. Woodward. Zenzinger. Mr. President. Lundeen. No, Mr. President again. Mr. President.
Here. With 33 present, 0 absent, 2 excused, we have a quorum. Senator Buckner, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Coleman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the Journal of Tuesday, February 16, 2021 be dispensed with and that the Journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Senate Services.
February 17, 2021, correctly printed Senate Bills 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, and 91. Correctly enrolled, SJM 1, SJR 2, 3, and 4.
Senator Lundeen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
The good senator for Monument was about to be fined, but I don't know what I would fine you for. So, committee reports.
February 16th, Committee on Local Government. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 19 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorite recommendation and a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. February 16th, Committee on Local Government. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 70 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. February 16th, Committee on Local Government. After consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 6 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations.
Introduction and consideration of resolutions. Will the clerk please read the title to SR 005?
SR 005 by Senator Sonnenberg concerning the designation of February 4th, 2021 as Missing Persons Day in Colorado.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that Senate Resolution 5 lay over until February 24th.
You have heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, that motion is adopted and Senate Resolution 005 will be laid over until 2/24/21. Will the clerk please read the title to HJR 1003?
HJR 1003 by Representatives Escar and Senator Svenberg concerning a joint session of the House of Representatives and the Senate for the purpose of hearing a message from His Excellency Governor Jared Polis and appointing a committee to escort the governor.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption of House Joint Resolution 1003.
Is there any discussion?
Yep.
Seeing no discussion, there is an amendment at the desk. Will the clerk please read Amendment L001 to HJR 1003?
Amendment L001 to HJR 1003. Amendment L001 to HJR 1003. Amending gross resolution page
Majority,
1.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move L001.
To the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, this is a small amendment to strike that it won't be one member, but it will be two members to do this important task.
Is there any discussion regarding Amendment L001? Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, I do rise in support of L001 and appreciate the opportunity to move this back to what we do traditionally, to have two members of each chamber escort the governor to the State of the State address. There was a request earlier to reduce that down because of COVID restrictions, and maybe this is a good sign that we're headed in the right direction. We're going to put that back with your approval, put that back at two from each chamber, and ask for an aye vote. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of Amendment L001. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 2 excused, Amendment L001 is adopted. The motion before the body is the passage or the adoption of HJR 1003. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 2 excused, HJR 1003 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Mr. Minority Leader. Will the clerk please read the title to HJR 1004?
HJR 1004 by Representatives Escar and Senator Svenberg concerning a joint session of the House of Representatives and the Senate for the purpose of hearing a message from the Chief Judiciary of the Supreme Court and appointing a committee to report to the Chief Justice, to escort the Chief Justice.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House Joint Resolution 1004.
Motion before the body is the adoption of HJR 1004. Is there any discussion?
They're not electronically ordered.
Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of HJR 1004. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 2 excused, HJR 1004 is adopted. Co-sponsors.
State of the Judiciary Joint Session. These aren't.
It's fine. I just want to know that.
Introduction of bills. Co-sponsors. Mr. Minority Leader. Introduction of bills.
Senate Bill 92 by Senators Coker and Simpson, concerning the continuation of the regulation of persons who assist surgeons and in connection therewith implementing the recommendation contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 93 by Senator Bridges, concerning the continuation of the Healthcare Associated Infections and Antimicrobial Resistance Advisory Committee and in connection therewith implementing the recommendation in the 2020 Sunset Review by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 94 by Senators Janal and Winter, concerning the continuation of the State Board of Pharmacy and in connection therewith implementing recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies and making other changes regarding the practice of professional regulated by the board.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 95 by Senator Danielson, concerning the continuation of the Employment First Advisory Partnership and in connection therewith implementing the recommendation contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Business, Labor, and Technology.
Senate Bill 96 by Senators Coker and Priola, concerning the continuation of the Workers' Compensation Classification Appeals Boards and in connection therewith implementing recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Business, Labor, and Technology.
Senate Bill 97 by Senators Garcia and Smallwood, concerning the continuation of the Michael Skolnick Medical Transparency Act of 2010 and in connection therewith implementing the recommendation contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 98 by Senators Hawkes, Lewis, and Pedersen, concerning the continuation of the prescription drug monitoring program and in connection therewith implementing recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 99 by Senator Danielson, concerning the continuation of the assistance program for disability benefits under the Laura Hershey Disability Support Act and in connection therewith implementing the recommendation contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 100 by Senator Buckner, concerning the continuation of the Council of Higher Education Representatives and in connection therewith implementing the recommendation contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Education.
Senate Bill 101 by Senators Field and Story, concerning the continuation of the registration of direct entry midwives and in connection therewith implementing the recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 102 by Senators Buckner and Simpson, concerning the continuation of specific dental hygienist functions and in connection therewith implementing the recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Health and Human Services.
Senate Bill 103 by Senators Fenbrook and Wimper, concerning the continuation of the Office of Consumer Counsel and in connection therewith implementing the recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies regarding the Office of Consumer Counsel and the Utility Consumers Board.
Transportation and Energy.
Senate Bill 104 by Senator Zanziger, concerning the continuation of the Special Education Fiscal Advisory Committee in connection therewith implementing the recommendations contained in the 2020 Sunset Report by the Department of Regulatory Agencies.
Education. Message from the Governor.
July 24, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and the laws of the State of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, reappoint, and submit to consideration the following members of the College Invest Board of Directors effective July 1st, 2020, for terms expiring July 31st, 2024. Frederick Taylor of Denver, Colorado, reappointed. Jane Ingalls of Denver, Colorado, appointed. Paul Washington of Boulder, Colorado, appointed. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the State of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, reappoint, and submit to your consideration the following members of the State Board for Community Colleges and Occupational Education for a term expiring December 31st, 2023. Catherine J. Shull of Fort Morgan, Colorado, an unaffiliated and a resident of the 4th Congressional District, occasioned by the resignation of Hannah Scandra of Denver, Colorado, appointed effective December 31st, 2020, for a term expiring December 31st, 2024. Stratton Raleigh Heath Jr. of Boulder, Colorado, a Democrat and a resident of the 2nd Congressional District, appointed. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate appeal point submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees for Adams State University, effective December 31st, 2020, for terms expiring December 31st, 2024. Honorable Pamela Sue Becker of Del Norte, Colorado, and unaffiliated appointed. Amanda De La Rosa of Denver, Colorado, Democrat appointed. Arthur M. Ortegon of Castle Rock, Colorado, Republican appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and state of laws of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees for Western State Colorado University, effective December 1st, 2020, for terms expiring December 31st, 2024. Teresa Marie Suzurik of Boulder, Colorado, a Democrat appointed. Ann Lee May Lovely of Golden, Colorado, unaffiliated appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
August 31st, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, reappoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees for Fort Lewis College, effective September 1st, 2020, for a term expiring January 1st, 2023. Christopher Adam Red of Ignacio, Colorado, Republican appointed, effective September 1st, 2020, for a term expiring January 1st, 2025. Mary Rubadu of Durango, Colorado, Democrat appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, reappoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees of Colorado School of Mines, effective December 31st, 2020, for terms expiring December 31st, 2024. Jesus Juan Salazar of Denver, Colorado, Democrat, who is a graduate of the Colorado School of Mines, reappointed. Bruce Eric Grincock of Omaha, Nebraska, Republican, who is a graduate from the Colorado School of Mines, appointed. Judith Lee Stings of Aspen, Colorado, Democrat, who is not a graduate of the Colorado School of Mines, appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees for Metropolitan State University of Denver, effective December 31st, 2020, for a term expiring December 31st, 2024. Michael Kopp of Denver, Colorado, to serve as Republican appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, reappoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees for Fort Lewis College, effective December 31st, 2020, for terms expiring December 31st, 2024. Ernest Domingo House, Jr. of Aurora, Colorado, to serve as an unaffiliated reappointed. Richard C. Kaufman of Centennial, Colorado, to serve as a Democrat reappointed. Julia Levy Duval of Centennial, Colorado, to serve as a Democrat appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
December 4th, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, reappoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Board of Trustees for Colorado Mesa University, effective December 31st, 2020, for terms expiring December 31st, 2024. David Foster of Denver, Colorado, to serve as a Democrat appointed. Alyssa Reed Griffin of Lafayette, Colorado, to serve as a Republican reappointed. Lori Buck of Fruita, Colorado, to serve as a Republican appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education.
June 26, 2020, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Committee on the Laws of the State of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following. Members of the Colorado Commission on Higher Education, effective July 1st, 2020, for a term expiring July 1st, 2024. Teresa Kostenbauer of Parker, Colorado, to serve as representative of the 4th Congressional District and unaffiliated appointed. Stephen Meyer of Grand Junction, Colorado, to serve as representative of the 3rd Congressional District, resident living west of the Continental Divide and unaffiliated appointed. Sincerely, Jared Post, Governor.
Education. Mr. Panetta, please add Senator Gonzalez to the roll call. Signing of bills.
February 17th, the President has signed SJM 1, SJR 2, 3, and 4.
Committee reports.
February 16th, Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 26 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorite recommendation.
Members, it's been some time since we've done this, but I want to encourage the Capitol Choir to convene while maintaining some distance so that we can sing happy birthday to our colleague, Senator Dominic Moreno. Where's the Capitol Choir?
Where's Lundeen? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
That's members, if we could start that off again. And a 1.
1, and a 2, and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dominic, Senator. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, thank you, members. The majority leader will be announcing choir practice shortly. Announcements. Senator Fields.
Good morning, Mr. President and colleagues. Just announcing that today at 1:30, the Senate Health and Human Services Committee will meet. We'll be addressing some appointments, and then also we'll be hearing 3 bills, and all those bills are identified on your calendar. Thank you.
Senator Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Business, Labor, and Technology Committee will be meeting at 1:30. We have one board confirmation to do, and that's all the business on the agenda. So, thank you.
Further announcements. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, quick couple of housekeeping items. It was brought to our attention by at least 34 of you that the 2 House joint resolutions were not in your bill folders. They were not posted online when we heard them. Just want to let folks know we are aware of that. It was just a delay with things coming over from the House. Just want to ask folks to be patient. Thanks for bringing it to our attention. We are working on making sure that the process with the printers and communications with the House and the Senate staff are more streamlined, and we'll improve upon that in the days to come. Luckily, those were pretty boring House joint resolutions, just telling us we have to go over to the House the next couple of days. At 11 o'clock, we will be doing the State of the State address. Again, that's at 11 a.m. It's in the House chamber. We will be streaming it here in the Senate if folks want to stay here to watch. If you are heading over to the House, please head to the House gallery. We are not going to be doing what we normally do, which is sitting next to our counterparts on the Senate or on the House floor because of social distancing. So please make your way to the House gallery, or you're welcome to stay here in the chamber to watch as well. The State of the Judiciary is tomorrow, and that's also in the House chamber, but keep in mind it is at 10 a.m. We will again be coming to the floor to do some work in the morning, and then heading over for the address from the Chief Justice at 10 a.m. Again, we will be streaming it here, and or if you want to go over to the House, you should make your way to the House gallery for that address. And that is all. You probably heard we just read across a bunch of bills, most of which were sunsets, which will be making their way to committee soon. We do not have anything more to read across this afternoon, so we will be adjourning, Mr. President, unless there are other announcements. I move that the Senate adjourn until tomorrow, February 18th at there an issue?
Senator Quorum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm very concerned. Did we just do a practice run on something we have to pass so we know what's in it?
Mr. Majority Leader.
Noting that concern, I move that the Senate adjourn until tomorrow, February 18th at 9 a.m.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes having the motion is adopted. The Senate will stand in adjournment until 0900 hours on Thursday, February 18th, 2021.